series. It is do or die, as we like to say, as one of these teams will be leaving the tournament after a loss here. As we get ourselves into the laning stage proper, Misery Phoenix heading up towards top. We've got a Chessie Prophet there in towards the mid lane, and that's moved Pylai onto this support Zeus with Zibe the Sand King and Ace on that Spectre once again down in that bottom lane. And on Team Nigma, GH, you mentioned the Rubik. They've got all their comfort heroes. RMN with a Maledict on that Witch Doctor. Super handy against the Spectre. Miracle Sven. We on the Viper. And Mind Control, he's going to be up top on the Magnus, in fact. So a lot of lane swaps from Team Nigma.
Yeah, I think they swapped their lanes accordingly in game number 2, which gave Faceless Void to have a great time in the laning stage. Also, Mind Control got much more than he would on that bottom lane, allowing him to get like bottle mana boots, the classic standard stuff that you buy on your offlane Magnus, and go for a Blink Dagger. So good timing on a Blink Dagger, even though he was playing the mid lane, which we usually don't see on mid Magnuses.
Yeah, no Echo Saber or anything like that. Blink into pipe, into selling the pipe for Boot to Travel, to TP, to finish the game. Well, Ace's Spectre gets scouted out, but he's already sitting behind his tier 1, safe and sound. Nigma not going to be giving up on this, though. They are prepping for an aggressive move with that Dire Observer Ward scouting Ace perfectly. He's now stranded between tier 1 and tier 2, so they start with a stun. Sven's in. Maledict there, and a lift from GH drags him away from the tree line. He's trying to escape. With the Maledict on him, though, he's ticking. He's dropping. Will he die, though? Oh,
he's going to be
looks like
fine.
He's just fine. 20 HP left. Yeah. But a sad start for Spectre.
Pylai has healing salve, but they might zone him out. It's also a spell that you don't want to have on your position for Rubik, Telekinesis. If they got a kill there, it's worth it. But right now, like, you need to leech XP and try to get yourself to level 2.
Yeah, they're keeping the tri-lane down there as well, so it's going to be a much slower level 2 for GH. Blocking up that camp. RMN coming in from the side. Ace, 0 CS, completely zoned out of the lane, and they're going to go for Pylai here, it looks like. Don't get the connection with the telekinesis. As the Zeus does wander himself through the trees. Ace is actually able to manage to grab a large portion of that creep wave and drag it around, but he's being chased down by 2 supports.
Ace playing position 4 right now.
Wrong. Ace is not having a good time, is he? That is some really, really sad stuff. Spectre doesn't even keep the creep wave on her. So they're going to meet back up on the bottom lane, where Sven is holding lane equilibrium just outside of his tier 1. A lot of focus on this bot lane, but that's, Nigma's game plan. Shut down Ace Spectre. Force the TP from Zeus to come back to his tier 1.
I don't think Zeus can do that much. It's a position 5 Zeus with very low mana, also not having Lightning Bolt. Instead, he has Arc Lightning, and now they are putting some extra heroes on the bottom lane.
Yeah, they feel the need to bring Misery down here. Phoenix is level 2. But the creep wave just being held so far up. A very kind of high tide situation here.
It will push. There's no side camp for them to pull the creeps. So at least Ace will get some XP. Still sitting at 0 CS.
So yikes. Quickly looking into the other lanes, Viper dominating mid lane, doubling up the CS of Chessie's Prophet, who has already been forced to TP back home several times just to get away from these poison attacks from Viper. So Wee's having a cracking time mid lane. Oh, they cask bottom. They catch him mid-dive. Misery can't escape now. He's been tapped by the Maledict. And Miracle's toying with him.
He just wanted to get the first blood for himself.
Oh, he's waiting so the Maledict doesn't steal it. Is that what Miracle was doing?
Yep.
Clever boy.
Ace got 2 CS, 3 CS. This is actually hype. 4.
Oh, can you get a 5th one? Are they going to deny the creeps? Oh, Miracle with a big deny on the tower. Stuns him. Make sure he doesn't get that range creep. 5 CS Lacoste.
When you're in this kind of position, you can't allow yourself to miss any of the last hits, the free ones.
Yeah, every little helps. And Pylai not helping with the Arc Lightning. Oh, they're going to go on him. cask, stun, Maledic there, lift him, drag back, and whack him away. Spectre forced to pop the stick. I think he might just be all right. Miracle taking a lot of damage though.
In. They stack the stuns. Sven and Rubik, they did not know who's gonna go first. Mid lane working really well for Viper. That's why I was worried about this Nature's Prophet pick, where he doesn't really pressure the Viper, and with just 1 point in Nether Toxin, these Treants don't do that much. Like, you're gonna be pushing out the waves constantly. How's top doing? Mind control, decent CS, 16-1. Zibe 25 and 11. Zibe, the biggest winner of the laning stage so far. Zeus dropping low.
And there he goes. Bottom lane. There's some catastrophic disaster level stuff now for 5 men. And up towards top, it looks like Misery was diving to look for the courier. Doesn't find it. And like you were mentioning, Sanking up against a melee hero with Caustic and the Burrow Strike. He's able to do just fine up there. But every lane is a win or at least a draw here for Team Nigma.
That should help.
I like how Misery showed on the bottom lane, gave away a kill, and then like, screw it guys, I'm not feeding anything more on the bottom. Good luck to you. We'll just deal with them a bit later. Nature's Prophet, once he hits level 6 with the Rat of Nature, they should try to make an aggressive move on the side lane.
Well, they're trying to pick off GH bottom. Pilot Eye out of mana though, can't go for the finish. And I'm just wondering, what's the reason do you reckon that 5 men didn't swap their lanes? You know, why not move Ace up to top, walk him up there?
They could, but you need to walk. You can't really TP because they will do the same thing. Even if they, you know, TP'd him to the top lane, he would still get like 1, 2, 3 CS while they're TPing Zeus.
Bye-bye, Pilot Die. Miracles there, helped out by RMN to secure the kill. Paladai does his job though, gives away his life so Ace may survive and stay on the lane to get that solo experience and maybe a little bit more farm. We, in the mid lane, hasted, chasing in onto Chessie. Sprout is there as he throws the Viper Strike in. Chessie very low, but doesn't get the kill. We out of mana. Maybe could have mangoed and wanded there to get some more poison attacks. Couple of stuns thrown onto Spectre. Damage returned in kind though, with a dagger and now the lightning coming through from Zeus.
If Nature's Prophet had 1 more CS, Rat of Nature would be available and they would definitely get at least 1 kill on the bottom lane.
Oh, you're right, if not 2. That would have been super close. Now I'm interested to see where We goes. Dominated his lane. Gone back to the fountain to regen, and here we go. TP's bottom. We might start to see the Viper chasing Spectre around the map now to really shut Ace out of this match. Because Wee's arrival with a Stormhammer stun, catching out Ace with really nowhere to run. He's got to try and get back to the trees, but he's been slowed and taken out. Gone for 20 seconds.
I am surprised no one's tipping anyone. You know, after that mistake in the previous game, now Ace is... I mean, he only died once, but they managed to hold his CS. He did not get a single last hit for like 3-4 minutes.
Isn't it bugged or like got removed from lobbies or something? I feel like no one's been tipping at all because it's not in the game anymore. I'm not sure. We can do some testing. Tip each other.
Sounds good. We're probably going to talk about it, and at the end of the game, we're going to forget about it and not do it.
Like everything we ever say, we'll test that after the game, and then we completely forget it. Oh, DD rune for We now. Chessie's still sticking around mid, trying to gather up the little bits and crumbs of farm he can find. That's all that Nigma are giving them. 5 men just looking for crumbs. Sanking's farming jungle to allow Phoenix to maybe get closer to level 6 at the top lane. Prophet under a Dire Observer ward here. Perfectly scouted by Team Nigma. Wrapping around with both Witch Doctor and the Rubik. But Chessie feels it coming. Or does he? He's stuck around. Now he's a little bit more tentative about moving forward. 4-0 start. Net worth lead, though, actually in the hands of 5 men. Sand King and Prophet both doing exceptionally well. And now Pylai dying. Oh, gets the ward denied under his nose. Something like that pos 5. Oh, jumping up top. Trying to find that wee Viper mid as well. And RMN with GH going to get closed off here by Chessie. Great Sprout blocks them out, and RMN is going to be a double kill for Chessie, looking for the triple. Can they finish off GH? There's no help from Sven or Magnus, and Ace Spectre is going to close the gap with a dagger for the final hit from Chessie to get the triple. And now Prophet back in the game.
This is exactly what they needed. They needed Nature's Prophet to land a big threat of nature, and then they start playing aggressively. They got 3 kills. They also brought Zibe, because he's super farmed right now, and he should be the one making some moves around the map.
Well, they find Misery top. Again, Wee's rotation nets him a kill. And Mind Control was playing that top lane on very low HP for the past couple of minutes, baiting that Phoenix to stay around. Witch Doctor. No reveal. So Zibe inside that sandstorm. Perfectly fine. Until maybe he walks into the Viper. Zibe does have the backup of Chessie. They sprout Wee. He doesn't have any way to cut through the trees. So Sunray and Epicenter, and Wee completely isolated from the rest of his team. He's a little bit tanky, but there's enough heroes here from 5 men to clear him up.
He's gonna get killed in
Misery gonna
actually.
die? He gets the trade.
I saw Zeus buying the tome, but you have Phoenix in your own team who's level 5. I think you need to give tome to Phoenix. Like, you're position 5, you're eventually gonna get the levels. Only thing that matters for you is to get level 6, and it's very important that your Phoenix get more levels. Good catch on the top, as you mentioned, and also I want to see Sand King just getting up straight up Blink Dagger in this game, because they lack initiation, and they also need some time for Spectre to recover. So you want to be creating space for your team. Big stack for Sand King.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
He's already halfway towards that blink as well. But a catapult towards your mid tier 1 is a problem that needs addressing. As Rubik will take that level 3 sandstorm. Gladly hold out on this mid lane if need be. But while all this is happening, you know, while the Sand King's farming, Prophet's getting triple kills, and a lot of focus here has been around that Viper and his rotations, where he heads. As the big old god strengthening Sven, who is in the jungle and gathering up neutral items. 2 drop at the same time as he clears through the ancient camp. And his net worth now starts to skyrocket.
If you're a Cord and you pick up Trusty Shovel and don't use it for the first time, you know, you're not doing it correctly, because you need to be greedy.
Well, top lane, telekinesis into Sandstorm. Chessie hit by the Maledict and dropping low, but the turnaround play from Zibe and Pylai died. They were waiting in the wings, just ready to strike. And Ace, the second haunt of the game yet again, allowing 5 men to come into the fight with a numbers advantage and get a good couple of kills there. It doesn't feel like 5 men are holding on anymore. It feels like they're actually building up enough strength to fight against Nigma.
Yeah, they're playing Dota. They're making moves around the map. Nature's Prophet getting closer to Orchid. Once they get that, there is no counterplay. There's not a single ability that can dispel it. No one's gonna buy like Manta style. Sven might get like second item BKB in this game, but they have a lot of kill potential. That's why I would love to see Sand King getting a Blink Dagger. Instead, what he's doing right now, I think he's going for straight up Hood just to tank things up. But if he gets a Blink Dagger, he does have that instant initiation and can play with the Nature's Prophet.
Well, for now, he's just letting Spectre farm. And Zeus show on that wave. He'll come into mid. Yet again hold out, but the Rod of Atos revealed there from Viper. And a bit of an aggressive move by Zibe to TP so far forward is going to be paid for with his life. His dominating streak removed, the tier 2 cleared up, and Nigma now in a much more dominant position.
Easy tier 1 tower and a pick off on Sand King.
Rubik. Yeah, they're trying to go on GH, but they don't get the body blocks. Treant spawn just behind the Rubik, and Witch Doctor TPing here on half HP. Risky maneuver. They're trying to close the gap onto Pylai Dai. Looks like Magnus cancelling his TP as he thought about heading up to top. And the Rod of Atos down bottom does catch Misery, but he will TP out of here as quickly as he possibly can.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Now it's the systematic play from Nigma. They got the tier 1 mid before the tier 1 bottom lane, which is a little unusual, but they'll come through and topple the dominoes down one by one regardless. And that opens things up for Sven to be farming much more neutral camps down in the Radiant jungle.
GH, they're trying to make another move with Nature's Prophet, but it's not enough. He has Burrow Strike, can get out of the Sprout, if not silenced. Also holding 2 tangos against the Nature's Prophet. We also see position 4s and 5s, buying a Quelling Blade, but this is also a thing you can do.
They're trying to get in onto Zippe. They've got Sven TPing. Telekinesis under the sentry, and now the Stormhammer landing. God's strength there, but the Burrow Strike out. You've been talking about it. Zippe's got this escape mechanism every day of the week.
That wasn't even close. That was not even 10% of the kill. Mag will finish his Blink Dagger in a second.
A fitting bounty. A bounty which may
And then we should see some smokes come out from Team Nigma. Already have one on the Witch Doctor ready to play with. GH can quite happily just stay up top lane. But this is all being very calm for Ace after that initial laning stage disaster. Back into his Blade Mail, farming Ancients very quickly with it, as we've seen from these Spectres. Maxed out Dispersion and Dagger. And TP top with the Thunder God's Wrath onto GH they go. Silence the Rubik and pick him off.
so soon.
A dominating streak for Chessie now, 4-0-3. After being dominated in lane by the Viper.
Pretty standard stuff, you know, global presence. And
Sand
Misery,
King.
he doesn't even have boots.
Oh, this time the Sand King doesn't escape. They even RP him there to make sure he dies. He tried his darndest to burrow out and sandstorm away, but preemptive sentries. Let's see Zippe there. Who doesn't have boots?
Misery.
Radiant's bottom tower is
Straight
under
up
attack.
into Meteor Hammer. Just wants to, you know, play this type of a game where he's on a different side of the map, maybe die, fish for any kind of information, and clear the whole creep wave with the Meteor Hammer because he's lacking levels.
Oh, he's even got an Arcane Ring queued up. Not sure where he's going to find that. Maybe
It
to
seems
kill
like
some-
Pylai Dai stole everything from Misery in this game. Tome, Arcane Ring, you name it.
Misery has become the
Radiant's
position
bottom
5 now.
tower is under
Pylai
attack.
Dai has had a taste for farm and he likes it. Spectre gets away from that mid lane as Weehar was definitely eyeing up a target there and waiting for his squad to back him up. And bottom lane, looks like the Zeus is just going to be clearing out these waves, making sure it's not a free tier 2. As Nigma do start gathering and converging down there around their Sven. As smoke comes. 5 men. Sand King with a Haunt to scout and the TP forward finds the Viper. Wee turns with the Rod of Atos, down to half HP already. Kind of stuck in this sandstorm and the Supernova's there and no one can touch it. The Viper's being annihilated by this Sand King and they've got a bonus kill as well. All the way off to the right hand side, they've taken down Pylai Dai, but the Sven needs help. He's got damage, but he doesn't have control. Now trapped inside the Sprout, he's being burnt down by the Sun Ray. Pops out his Hand of Midas onto one of the Treants, but Miracle's in a spot above her here. He's going to try and turn and nearly kills off Chessie, to be fair. Dodging the shockwave, well played by the Prophet.
Arman's out of
Very
mana.
close battle as they do jump in. Mind Control gets the Chessie Prophet.
Precious beyond
Even should get a kill on Witch Doctor, but does not want to chase. He was afraid to climb uphill. There was no vision. The Rubik respawned, so he just says, I'm not going to go for it.
regeneration.
Both of these teams really respecting each other's strengths. And it feels like we, now with 3 deaths in a row, starting to lose a bit of that mojo, loses momentum. Rod of Atos into Pipe, for the Viper, so he's going to get a bit tankier. But he's been out in the open. And 5 men very good at exploiting that. But it might be a good time now for Nigma, knowing that Haunt is down, Supernova's not available for another 30 seconds. Potentially here with this Blink RP ready for mind control, they can go and make a move off the back of a smoke.
BKB ready in 150 gold. I think it's time for them to make a smoke play as you suggested. But I don't see anyone holding a smoke at the moment.
Witch Doctor has one in backpack, but RMN is... he's not swapping it in or anything. They are just bodyguarding Sven. Viper holding out in the mid lane. There's a lot of room here for Prophet to shove out top, get his BKB. As a Rod of Atos catches Pylai middle. Zeus trying to make his retreat as safely as he can to the high ground.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Sanking at the moment, 9 slotted, actually 10 slotted. Bring a Blink Dagger. Needs to get rid of a couple of the items. Blink Dagger is ready, so that means it's going to be much easier for him to make a good initiation. You don't necessarily need to go in and use the epicenter. Most of the time, your job is to Blink Dagger in and just Borrow Strike, try to reset and go for the epicenter after that.
Try and line up your Ravagers.
Dire's top tower.
Well, here is that move from Nigma. They are all bottom, wanting that tier 2. Sentry just on the edge, but Zibe in a very good position in the trees here. Will keep the Sandstorm going. And potentially Nigma think about the dive. There it is. The Blink RP catching the Sand King. They need the chain stuns, and my goodness, do they have them. Thunder God's Wrath. It's gonna be used by Pylai. Not entirely sure for what reason.
Just asserting dominance. If you attack us, we will use this ulti.
Tit for tat. You kill our Sand King, we'll do a bit of damage to you.
And that's a freebie tier 2 tower on the bottom lane. Same goes for the top.
It wasn't a freebie top. GH was, I don't know, a fraction of a second away from denying it. The right click was very close as Misery gets hit by the Rod of Atos, but Chessie with Ace. They both arrive with a Haunt and the TP. There's global presence onto Wee.
Good
the
body blocks.
Viper. See ya, buddy, and now the Invis rune for mind control, but he's dusted up. They still do see him. Trying to track back behind the tier 1 tower, and they've revealed him. Skewer's back, but Ace is taken with him. Gets the double kill as 5 men. Now the BKB from Chessie shown off, silencing RMN as they come in to defend their tier 1 mid with only a couple of heroes.
It's time to go Roche, but don't remember to pick up the Aegis this time.
Don't remember. Don't remember to pick it up,
That's what
guys.
happened in game number 2.
It sure is. So let's pay close attention here. Roshan is at 4,000, 3,000 HP. He's about to die, and he's going to drop an item.
Literally
Ace.
shaking right now. Guys, is it in? He actually put the Claridus
Ping it.
in instead of picking it.
Someone has to
Is
ping
it
it.
in? Ping it
Oh.
out. Aegis, it's ready.
Lacoste, is it in yet?
It is.
Very good. Powerful move by Ace, picking up the Aegis, and they've already killed off GH. A good stun onto the Sand King. Onto the Sven from the Sand King, but he turns with his God Strength, whacks into Zibe and clears him up. The bug is down. And Spectre on the retreat. The BKB God Strength of Sven is a sight to behold. They're still trying to catch up to her, but Ace is pretty speedy, and the Shadow Amulet there revealed by the dust. Pylai die. He's going to get cleared up here by Wee from the low ground. Nigma defending inside their own jungle.
So yeah, Ace with Aegis in this one, level 16. He's super tanky, and even if Viper or Sven try to attack them, there's going to be some blade mail return damage, and if he pops it, he's also extremely tanky. Whenever I see Viper against Spectre, most of the time I see Spectres trying to build a BKB just to tank things up and have a way of not getting affected by that Nether Toxin. But this will also do. Might consider getting BKB a bit after. They still have abilities, you know, that go through Magic Immunity. You have Viper Strike, you have Meg's RP.
Well, Nigma finally getting some use out of these smokes. RMN with the Holy Locket rush. Getting into Glimmer Cape next. Wee's going to TP to Outpost. And they saw Chessie pushing top. He's going to make his way into the trees. I don't think they saw... Oh, they did. They pinged him. They know where he is. So, the skewer there. And Chessie, BKB is going to get cancelled out by the RP. They're coming in with the damage. The Haunt's flying out. And in comes Ace, looking to battle GH. Chessie's still alive. Cutting through the trees. He's dusted. He's running. He's sprinting away. Miracle will finally claim his life. But Ace is going wild onto Wee. Now the Aghanim Scepter from Miracle. Gets him on top of the Spectre. Obstacle strength and takes her out of the fight. 5 men. What have they got left? Well, Santi's being chopped into pieces. Slain where he stands. And the Maledict onto Ace will make short work of the Spectre. There's no Supernova, no Zeus, and nothing left for 5 men to give. Down to 1 man now as 4 of them are all dead.
It's going to be so much harder for them to take a fight. Sven just hit level 20, -5 seconds on a Stormhammer. I can see Ice Frog, you know, sitting in his office in Seattle, rubbing his hands, saying, "My finest creation. Taste the Sven with the Aghanim Scepter."
Yeah, feel the power of these talents. It is just so good. And 5 men. Do you think they were forced there to fight around the Nature's Prophet? Was it a call from Chessie saying, "Hey, come and battle with me"? Yeah.
They could have just left with Chessie and choose a better fight, now that you see how the fight actually ended. And Spectre, like, she melts. If she's inside the Nether Toxin and they can keep her inside with the Road of Atos and all these stuns, might even consider going back to that BKB. But then again, who's going to take care of Sven? This is a problem with this type of a matchup where you want to itemize against the Viper, but you also need to itemize against the carrier you're playing against.
Yeah, you can't rely on Chessie sprouting him all the time in every fight either. Even though this Prophet's had a pretty good game, Sven has had an even better one. 19,000 net worth over on Miracle right now is absolutely huge. A monumental performance from him. 8-1-5, looking pretty good. All thanks to that early tri-lane where they safeguarded his farm from the very get-go. And they jump and skewer. Misery gets caught out. Does he have a chance to dive? He's yawled up, the Death Ward's out, and the Supernova's forced. Stormhammer, the 4-man stun! Beautiful! Ravage from Zibe! In comes the Prophet, but he hasn't BKB, so he is all stunned up. Now he turns it. And into that Stormhammer they go, but the RP from Mind Control's just as gorgeous as the Burrow Strike. And a triple kill comes through from Miracle, and in they go. They want the Rampage. They want the team wipe. They give it to Miracle. Come on, Ace. Where is it? There's no Aegis over in the Roche Pit. You can't go pick that up from game 2. It's not there anymore. No, you can't. Run away toss. In comes Sven, and the Rampage comes.
It looked like a very promising fight, Zibe. Landing a 4-man Burrow Strike with the Sandstorm, but there was no real follow-up. They also don't have anything that goes through Magic Immunity, so Sven can do whatever he wants in these team fights. He also built a Silver Edge, so there's another way to break the Spectre.
Oh, good luck, Spectre. 40 seconds for Ace to respawn. He's going to need all the luck he can get. As this game's starting to feel like a foregone conclusion, honestly. 8k net worth lead now for Nigma, as they do start to really accelerate into this mid game. We can see it back as Ace just gets hounded, chased down by this Sven. Hand of Midas, very nice. Keep that efficiency going, Miracle. He's on the offensive here. Look at him go. Who's he going to find? Oh, it's Zibe, is it? Hello. Where's the reveal? Dust from Mind Control. Burrow Strike buys a second of respite. He's going to have to BKB here, maybe, Miracle, as the Haunt arriving. BKB, turn and fight, and he blows up Misery.
He's still alive. Two-shotted.
What you want?
Silver Edge, do they have reveal?
Oh, they do see him. He does finally die. And now the Death Ward down as they try and focus down Ace. The Spectre's in trouble. Drag him back into the Nether Toxin. The pings come out, and Ace is down. They get 1 kill. 5 men. They remove Miracle. But the price they pay is substantial.
Once again, they almost got full team wipe just for killing the Miracle there. Who got the last hit? Ace actually did, so that's the best outcome for them, actually. It's going to be an easy tier 2 tower. Like, the item progression coming out from Sanking is non-existent. He had such a great start, then bought a hood, now sitting on a Blink Dagger and just a casual Plate Mail. Like, they need their Blink Daggers, they need Lotus Orbs against Sven. The spell talent is insanely good. Can't Glimmer Cape, can't Yule Scepter. Not sure why that's in the game, but...
Dire's courier has
It's
been
pretty broken. As
Yeah,
Araman and
if you
Wee's
ask me.
couriers get sniped out. Chessie making every sneaky little play and move that he's got in his book.
Dire are scanning.
Zeus doing a pretty good job trying to keep the ward coverage and observers limited here. As the vision from Nigma, it does extend over into the Radiant side of the map. And there is Pylai just dewarding quickly. Oh, or not. He's a bit scared, a bit spooky. Good blink away from Sand King, gets him away from the Viper's Rod of Atos. Well, things have stalled here. Spectre. 8,000 net worth behind the Sven. I had to do the maths like several... Oh, Pylai die? Pylai die? Oh, he's Glimmer Caped, but they can see him. They're diving tier 3s. Nigma getting the target they want, and they've got 4 heroes here to defend Mind Control as well. Even if he gets sprouted, I think he's just fine anyway. While Sven with a double damage rune. Oh, Ace, where are you going? Can you hide in the trees?
He's not gonna find him. But look at the itemization on Nigma's heroes. You have Witch Doctor with the Glimmer Cape and the Holy Locket, Voodoo Restoration, maxed out. You have Guardian Greaves
nearly
on
dying.
Mag. Like, you have the holy trinity of the items. You have Pipe, you have Guardian Greaves. Zibit just deleted from the game.
Yeah, they chased him a little bit. There was some good juking from the Sand King, but they've also found the Spectre. RMN and Mind Control trying to pair up together, but they've kind of cocked that one up. The Skewer takes him away from the Death Ward, and now the Haunt with the Manta Style allows Ace a little bit of a retreat, but he's got pathing issues. He went low ground and back to high ground, and that's allowed Nigma to catch up again. Skewered back into the Nether Toxin, and that's him done. Dead for 75 with buyback, but without Haunt.
Spectre did not buy a new item for 10 minutes. At the moment, she's saving 4,000 gold. Now, Nigma will knock on your tier 3 towers. There's Haunt.
That's not knocking Lacoste, that's a battering ram as Sven diving for the Zeus, kills him off by the tier 4, the Supernova's finished off. And every teamfight ulti ability or whatever you got for 5 men is just going down the drain. Nice stun, blink initiation, Sand King's in with the Thunder God's Wrath, but Sven just whacks him down into the grave and 6 feet under. Chessie does TP forward, but Sven is still battling here. The Skewer back in, and I think 5 men are just done. They can't fight into this. Spectre's chasing forward. Sand King wants a blink stun. He wants the Sven so badly,
miracle.
but Sven, he jumps to low ground with a Stormhammer, and Zippe, he's stuck here now. Viper,
Another
Witch Doctor,
stun
and the
is
Sven, they've
available.
got another stun to come as the dust
no
is
reveal.
not there. No reveal. Zippe, 2-man stun, but it's not enough damage. They've got the Rod of Atos, and there's Miracle continuing his mega kill streak.
That Guardian Greaves keeping them alive for a very long time, providing them extra regen, extra armor, and the Witch Doctor, man. Holy Locket is actually a decent item on a Witch Doctor. Sometimes if you get enough farm, even on Undying. Another casual double damage on Sven, who just hit level 25.
Radiant's middle barracks are under attack.
Yeah, super casual. Backdoor regen, what's that? No idea, mate. Just gonna hit these buildings. Crumble some structures, to be honest.
Has fallen.
Entire lane demolished. As Team Nigma head down south. No buyback on Sand King or Phoenix. Prophet has one, but he's respawning in 10 seconds. And you'll be wanting to utilize everything you've got at once, with that Haunt coming back up around the same time as the Furion respawns.
Radiant's bottom tower.
It might just be one team fight left in the tank here for 5 men.
Radiant's bottom
They've got some tools to use, though. Supernova level 2, back up. Thunder God's Wrath ready in 20 seconds. And they will
Two
have
set
that
of
Sand King.
Raxes gone, and that's a fake smoke.
A fake smoke?
I thought they're gonna use a fake smoke and come back, try to get a pick off on one of the targets that does not have a buyback, and you know, just end the game. Sven right now is pretty massive, even gets the quickening charm instead of a Mindbreaker to lower the cooldown on the stun. But While all this was happening, top lane got demolished by the Nation's Prophet before he TP'd out. The catapult, a couple of treants.
Oh, they're
GH
using
in
so much
trouble.
on GH. Burrow Strike's going to be there. Just about. That was a little close for comfort, but Zibe, he's on the money regardless. Oh, yeah, top lane, barracks falling. At least it's something for 5 men. GH with a snappy buyback there. Zeus has already TP'd away. They won't find him. What they will find, though, is Roshan, because he's alive again.
Okay, let's check the Stormhammer cooldown. 4.3 seconds with Arcane and Quickening Charm.
Oh, boy.
Radiant are scanning.
Who's he going to find? Oh, Chessie, be careful, buddy. Don't go down those steps. There are scary people down there. Yeah, he'll TP top. Good deep observer ward. Farm some jungle camps. They see him, though. Dire observer ward sees exactly where he is. They ping it out.
It could have been an easy Roche for them, but they wanted to get a pick off first. 2 set of Raxes, and this is the smoke. They will enter the base from the lane that they already killed.
Oh, this is huge. Can they find... Oh, they see a sentry placed down. Sven, who wants to go in. The Sand King is going to dodge it with a blink away. And now Miracle. Where's his BKB? He pops it a little late. Half HP for the RP. There's Mind Control taking out Pylite Dies. Chessie does get hit by the big old Maledict. Massive AoE circle. And Sven, still holding on to Satanic, gets hit by the Meteor Hammer, though. In come the Chainstones. No! Zibe gets lifted. GH saves the day. So now Miracle can turn and play Dota 2 as he'll cleave through Zibe and look for the Supernova now. The egg is gone, and 5 men
Satanic's
left
still available.
stranded with only 2 heroes alive. Skewer back Chessie's Prophet, and this is all they have left, the lonely, lonely Spectre. And
I
even
believe
she
that's
won't
game,
last
Gary.
too long.
And there it is. Double G's dropped in the old chat. Good performance, good showing from Nigma. I think what happened in game number 1 really affected 5 men, and the way